What if the key to wealth and protection sat on your shelf, smiling back at you from the face of a doll? But this is no ordinary toy. This is Kuman Thong, the golden child of Thai lore, a sacred object believed to be inhabited by the spirit of a child, capable of granting wishes or unleashing a curse. Stories tell of these dolls moving on their own, whispering warnings, and bringing their owners incredible luck. But other stories tell of nightmares, misfortune, and a dark price for their power. Is Kuman Thong a spiritual guardian, a terrifying supernatural force, or one of the world's most powerful psychological phenomena? The answer might change how you think about the line between belief and reality. Kuman Thong, which translates to golden boy or golden child, is a fascinating and controversial figure from Thai spiritual practice. It's a tradition that blends ancient animist beliefs with Buddhist elements, creating a unique and often misunderstood talisman. Traditionally, a Kuman Thong is a small, statue-like doll, often made of metal, wood, or covered in gold leaf. But its true power is said to come from what it contains, the invoked spirit of a deceased child. Through rituals performed by knowledgeable monks or spiritual practitioners, the spirit is invited to reside within the doll. The deal is simple: the owner cares for the spirit like their own child, offering it food, drink, and toys. In return, the Kuman Thong acts as a protector, bringing good fortune, warning of danger, and helping its owner succeed in business and life. However, its origins are where the controversy begins, leading to dark questions and ethical debates that make it one of Southeast Asia's most intriguing spiritual mysteries. To understand the mystery, we need to look at its origins. The traditional, and most extreme, method of creation is what gives Kuman Thong its chilling reputation. Historical accounts speak of using the remains of a fetus or stillborn child, acquired under tragic or secretive circumstances. A spiritual master would then perform ancient rites to transfer the spirit into a doll, which was then often coated in gold leaf. Once activated, the doll is treated as a living entity. Owners don't just display it, they care for it. It's common to hear believers talk about leaving out red soda, milk, or sweet treats for their Kuman Thong. They believe a happy spirit is a helpful spirit. The stories from believers are incredible. There are accounts of the doll disappearing and reappearing, of dreams that accurately predict market crashes or betrayals, and of sudden, unexplainable wealth. One famous story tells of a businessman who claimed his Kuman Thong cried out, warning him not to board a flight that later crashed. But the darker side of the lore is just as compelling. The same stories warn that neglecting the spirit, forgetting its offerings or showing it disrespect, can have severe consequences. Owners report a streak of bad luck, financial ruin, or eerie phenomena, objects moving on their own, faint laughter in empty rooms, or a feeling of being watched. This has led to a modern ethical dilemma. While many Kuman Thong dolls today are simple statues blessed in a ceremony, the black market for authentic, ritually created ones persists, raising serious moral and legal questions. So, we're left with a fundamental question: are these events genuine supernatural activity, or is there another explanation? Let's break down the possibilities. The spiritual hypothesis. Believers maintain that Kuman Thong is exactly what it claims to be, a vessel for a child's spirit. In this view, the rituals are genuine and create a real metaphysical bond. The spirit, being innocent and pure, is powerful and responsive to love and neglect. This explains both the blessings and the curses. It operates in a spiritual ecosystem where faith and ritual directly influence reality. The psychological hypothesis. From a scientific perspective, the power of Kuman Thong is the power of belief itself. This is a powerful example of the placebo effect, but for luck and protection. If you truly believe a doll is bringing you good fortune, you become more confident, take more calculated risks, and notice more opportunities, effectively creating your own success. Conversely, if you believe you've offended it, anxiety and guilt can lead to self-sabotage and a heightened state of fear, causing you to interpret every minor misfortune as a supernatural punishment. This is coupled with apophenia, seeing patterns in random events, and pareidolia, seeing faces in objects, which explain why someone might see the doll's expression change or hear it whisper. The sociological hypothesis. This angle sees Kuman Thong as a tool for social and economic control. The phenomenon is perpetuated by a lucrative industry. The sale of dolls, the fees for rituals, and even a black market create a financial incentive to keep the legend alive. It also serves as a cultural narrative reinforcing moral lessons: be generous, be respectful, and care for the vulnerable, or face the consequences. The truth likely lies in a combination of these ideas. The psychological hypothesis is incredibly strong for explaining most personal experiences. However, it doesn't fully dismiss the cultural and spiritual significance for those who believe. The doll becomes a powerful focal point for intention, gratitude, and mindfulness. The ethical concerns around its historical creation, however, are very real and separate from any supernatural debate. It remains a potent symbol of how culture, psychology, and belief intertwine. From my perspective, Kuman Thong is less about a haunted doll and more about a fascinating human experiment. It demonstrates the incredible power of narrative and belief to shape our reality. Whether the spirit is real or not, the effects reported by owners are very real to them. That, to me, is the true mystery. Our minds are capable of incredible things when guided by a powerful story. The ethical history is deeply troubling, and that can't be ignored. But the modern practice highlights a universal human desire: to feel protected, to have a sense of control over fate, and to believe that someone, or something, is looking out for us. It forces us to ask, if a story can change your life for the better, does it matter if it's objectively true? Kuman Thong sits at the crossroads of that question, between ancient tradition and modern psychology, and that's what makes it so captivating. So, what's the final verdict on Kuman Thong? It remains an enigma. A powerful cultural tradition, a psychological phenomenon, and a subject of serious ethical debate all at once. Whether you see it as a spiritual guardian or a symbolic tool for manifestation, its impact is undeniable. It challenges us to understand the fine line between belief and reality. I want to hear from you. Do you think the power of belief is enough to explain Kuman Thong? Or do you think there's something more supernatural at work? Could you ever see yourself keeping something like this for good luck? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. The conversation is the best part. If you found this deep dive into the unknown fascinating, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more mysteries from around the world. Thanks for watching.